Hi everyone, good evening. Um, so we are really kickstarting the season of music and dance, the Margari season of music and dance, which is there's so much going on out there, and it's the madness has just begun, and we're really excited about it. And we're kickstarting this, all the activities surrounding Margari with a conversation with Sathyanarayana Raju. Bengaluru comes to Chennai on December 15th, and we're going to be speaking to him about his production that he's going to be showcasing here, which is called Rama Katha. And we're going to be talking to him about the inspiration, the genesis of this work, and why this work is distinct from so many other works that have actually, focused on this, on the story of Rama and the Ramayana per se. So I'm going to send an invite to Satyanarayan ji. Satya ji, I have just sent you a request. Hi Dilip, how are you? Hello, namaste.
Namaste, namaste. How are you, Akila ji?
I'm very good. I'm very good. So, would this be your first Instagram live conversation?
Very first Instagram live conversation. Thank you for this.
Yay! I'm so excited. I'm very privileged that we can have that
I'm not
conversation.
first of all, yeah, my Jai Shri Ram, Shri Guru Abhinama
Jai Shri
Namaskaram
Ram.
to everyone. And I'm so happy, I'm so excited about this live Insta and first time. And I'm not a tech savvy, first of all, as I was converse with you, I was telling you. And, and it's so good. And my dear friend Raji educated me this
Yes,
afternoon. I said, na
absolutely.
metric pass aite.
Very good, very good. And let me tell you, Satyaji, this is just the beginning. I'm sure you're going to be doing many more live conversations.
So
And
sweet. Thank
also,
you.
we in Chennai are very excited to watch your performance in Chennai.
How nice. How
So,
nice. Thank
so
you.
let me start off really by asking you, why for you, as a dancer based in Bangalore, what is it like for you to perform in the Margari season of music and dance in Chennai?
Every that is what every dancer wants to perform in various places. Like one among is Chennai is one place that every dancer would like to come and perform and showcase their talent in all the sabhas. And
Right.
yeah, to be a frank, from being from many years dancing, everybody will expect that they get programs in Chennai, and they feel that Chennai is the place to perform and showcase their talent. But I enjoy performing everywhere. Every sabha is it gives a lot of energy in every sabha. And Margali season, uh, I performed very long back, not for Krishna Gana Sabha. This is my first Krishna Gana Sabha performance I'm doing in
Okay.
Margari. I'm very happy
Nice.
that they've chosen me and they've given me. And I said I will not do a Margam. The whole the season you'll be watching Margam. I thought I'll do this unique production, a solo production, Rama Katha. So that's how I chose. And yes, I want to be in Chennai and seen in Chennai in the season. Just one performance also is fine for me. I'm happy that I perform in the season there.
That's great. That's great. Tell us a little bit about, Rama Katha. What is it like to carry the story of Rama entirely on your shoulders as a solo artist?
Yeah.
That can't be easy to kind of navigate an entire production. This character with so many shades, and
Yes.
from what we read, it says that Rama Katha is basically a thematic production that tells the story of Rama through the key central characters.
Yes.
So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how challenging it is for you to carry Rama on your shoulders through this production.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Usha RK for giving me this concept, Ramakatha. As I'm a strong Margam, I should perform a Margam. It's a Bharatanatyam Margam. I love my Varnams to perform, Varnam is very close to me, and I don't mind performing two Varnams in a day, in a show. It's like that. I
Wow.
was very strong with the Varnam, and she kept on watching me performing Margam, and in that Margam, I used to do Hanuman item and Bhajamana Ramacharana and a few Rama pieces I used to perform. And one
Hmm.
fine day, she called me to her office and she said, Satya, why don't you do one concept Rama Katha, since you are good in all the characters and all. I said, Usha, do what Rama, yeah, because whole world is doing Rama Katha. Everywhere you see Ramayana, they'll be performing,
Hmm.
and it's a little bit. Many times I've seen performances, and it's very like it goes very slow sometimes. You know, I've seen group performances, and actually when I said that to her, she said, "No, you will be you do a characters, whatever the characters are there, like you know."
Hmm.
So Rama is a centerpiece here. We have taken
Hmm.
around the characters. We have Kausalya have done, and Mantara, and Shabari, and Guha, and now recently I added from last 2 years Jatayu I started doing, and
Hmm.
Hanuman. So here Rama has no role only in my Ramakatha actually. So around
Oh,
him, I play the character's role. It's very challenging, and
okay.
from switching from one character to other character is a uh, very painful and very emotional. The characters,
Experience.
especially
Okay.
when I do after doing Mantara, I have to go to Dasharatha. From Dasharatha to Rama, becoming the Dhirodhata Rama, it's very. Uh, I'm getting goosebumps.
I can
So it's
imagine.
very touchy, the characters, and very powerful characters there. And
Right.
also, I'm same time I'm very scared to do the characters whether I'm doing justice for the character.
Justice. Right.
Justice. So
Right.
every program is very scary for me. I'll be shivering before going to stage. But once I go on stage, I don't know. I don't believe. When I say people, I don't know whether they believe. There is some energy around me following me. There is some energy around me. That energy takes me everywhere. And of course, Srivatsa, a wonderful singer from
Music.
Bangalore,
Yeah.
he did
Absolutely.
few music, and we have taken few from Tyagaraja and other Purandaradasa Deva Namas. And you don't believe this is the 10th year I'm dancing, doing Rama Katha is 10 years completed.
Hmm.
Srivatsa, every time, especially in Dasharatha character, the Telugu lyrics are there. He
Hmm.
improvises watching my body language. He improvises every time he improvises, and he adds some lyrics there itself. So Telugu, since I speak Telugu at home, it's very
Hmm.
close language is very easy for me, and
Hmm.
I become more emotional and emotional and emotional. It's very emotional, and
Hmm.
when Kaike says that to send Rama to forest, the Dasharatha reaction when I start my reaction, the Vatsa will start singing, and he also become very emotional, and like even my I miss Lingaraju Mridangist. He's no more. He recently last year he passed, and he and Raghunandan flautist. Only three people. Earlier I had an Atuna Shakuntala. Now I don't have her. Since only one Jati is in this Ramakatha. Srivatsa only
Oh,
does Natuangam. All three of them, they don't have a script for this. They just watch me
hmm.
performing, and they play according to my body,
Wow.
according to my body language, according to my emotions. They come along with me, and every program is different. Every program is challenging for me to get the characters. And after
Yeah.
doing Ramayana, I need 1 week to take one character, each character out of my mind and
System.
body. And
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, I
Sataji, I want to ask you that you said that you've been performing this for the last 10 years, correct? I want to
yes.
ask you, over the years, everybody sort of with age, with more storehouse of more experiences,
Yeah.
how has your relationship with the portrayal of each of these characters changed?
It's getting matured more and more. Day by day, it's getting very matured, and day by day, my thinking process is different. What I did in the beginning is not today. What I perform is not there. Changes. I keep talking to the character inside me. I keep talking to me, and I see the character in front of me. I converse with the character. Then I
Hmm.
get into the character. If Dasharatha is there, And I sit at one place many times at home. I talk to the character what I should do, what is the character says, you know. So like that, I get into the character, every character, and I keep thinking and thinking and thinking. Finally, on the stage, something else comes, you know, something very different, which without my knowledge, that energy gives me a lot of different ideas and different moves, you know. And this is true what I'm saying. I don't see audience at all. First few years, yes, that was there. Now when I'm doing Rama Katha, I don't see anybody in the auditorium. I can't see anybody. I told you there's some energy along with me, traveling along with me. Only that energy is taking, you know. I literally don't see the audience. So like that, I get into the character. That character only takes me everywhere, whatever I'm
Right,
doing.
right.
Yeah.
What has it been like to portray the feminine characters? You know, Mantra or Kaikai or, you know, Sita.
Mantra is one of the. Everybody comes and says your Mantra was the best. I say, what you people like only villain character. I hear mantra, I play only mantra role. Kaikai, I'm just looking at the Kaikai. That's it.
Oh.
I don't, I don't switch the characters from here to there to here.
Right.
If at all I'm switching, I don't take the circles and go to the character. I just move one step out and become that character. Otherwise, just one character I will be doing. Only one character. If I'm doing Dasharatha, the Kaikai will be standing here. Only Dasharatha's reactions I'm giving. And also in Dasharatha, from Dasharatha point of view only, the Kaikai's reactions also I give, you know. And more of this, he's shivering. Dasharatha is like helpless. What he has to do, like how to tell Rama, and he almost go and tries to squeeze her neck here. Dasharatha. So that kind of things. And Mantra is very difficult to do. Very portray the feminine. This body language is very difficult, especially Mantra. And maybe Mantra comes inside my body. I think the day of performance. So, I should tell what all happened while I'm doing these things. They came and told me, oh, these characters, whatever you're doing, very Lokadharmi they are, very Lokadharmi. I said, see, if the characters don't play Lokadharmi, the person sitting in the end of the auditorium last row, he will not understand. I want to reach the last row. I want to reach the last row. The person should understand and he should get into the character and see what is happening. Unless I don't do the Lokadharmi action about Mantra, I can't do Natya. We can do Natya Dharmi. I don't say wrong. But for me, I have to exaggerate the character and move the body and go all over the stage and take that, characters in my body and do. So Mantra is very difficult again. I mean, every character is difficult, but the Bhava is different. Bhava and Abhinaya is very different from each and every character.
Right. Satyaji, I just thought it would be lovely if we also have Usha RKG join this conversation.
Oh, wonderful.
Because she has, conceptualized this. And I'm just going to take a moment and invite Ushaji to this conversation so that, more people can also understand really how, she has envisaged this production and how it has sort of grown with you over the years, right?
Sure.
Hi, Ushaji.
Hi, Usha. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Ushaji, honestly, I'm going to not introduce you and read out a bio, but everybody knows you. They know you're a Bharatanatyam dancer, arts consultant, scholar, all of this. But over and above all, we are here to speak with you really about how you envisaged Rama Katha. That's number one. And I'm also curious to understand, what is your, this conceptualize? What is your process like? Do you suggest ideas based on the artists that you're talking to because you believe that they can do full justice to your idea? So I just thought it would be interesting for you to share your insights on that. I think her video may be stuck. Okay, let me invite her again. All right. I think she should be able to join now.
Yeah.
Okay. Ushaji, did you get my invitation if you're listening to this conversation now? Let's just wait for a moment. So, send a request. Okay. Did you get my invite? Okay, let me send it to you again. Just give me a minute. Yeah, Ushaji, I've invited you. Is unable to join. Why so?
Okay.
Yeah, report. It says add as moderator. Okay. Ushaji, for some strange reason, I'm not able to add you on this live. If that be the case, what we could do is I could, we could take a break from our conversation with Satyaji and then we bring you in. So if you're listening to this conversation, then if you could just say yes, then I can do that. And Satyaji, it has been wonderful talking to you. Thank you for sharing these insights, but do log back in because we're going to be talking about your production with, Ushaji. And yeah, so let me, oh, there she is. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries. I mean, no Instagram live conversation is complete without a technical glitch. So we completely embrace it now.
Nazar.
So
there was some internet, shift from.
No worries.
That's
no worries. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to my question, but I was asking you. Yeah, I was just asking you about how you. Really, when you suggest an idea, do you sort of have the artist in mind? And do you, for example, in the context of Rama Katha, did you believe that Satyaji would be able to do justice to your idea? And is that why you sort of, suggested it? So I'm just curious to understand how that works.
In Satya's case, I had watched a lot of his programs, and every time I watched a program, I would make a note of what he did very well. Because when I go for a performance, the first thing I wait to see during the program are the wow moments. When are moments when the artist has shaken us or has sort of done something to us which sort of makes me say wow. So till I wait for the wow moment. So every performance of his, I would make a note of the wow moment that he would have done that program. Because every program it changes, each program has its own moments that you do well in. So after a period, I had figured out that he was a master at characterization, whether it was even in a Varnam. And I tell you, when I first saw him do the Ashtaraga Malika Varnam, in which he does a small sanchari of Shiva calling Parvati and Parvati feeling shy, and then Shiva just opens his matted locks, and then the locks go and encircle Parvati and bring her right close to him. That whole thing that he did, and the Shiva itself, I mean, the way he looked and the way he stood, I mean, the kind of quiet anger hero, that kind of thing, very different from how everybody portrays Shiva. So for me, I really felt like this is the kind of Shiva he should have been. Why will Shiva go and tell Parvati, come here, or go and pull her, or do anything like that, like Krishna would have done? When she would have said, my hair itself is enough to pull you right here. I don't have to even use my hand. So
yeah, try too hard.
Those thoughts were all inside me, and every character he would do it so sincerely and so beautifully. And even the Hanumanta, the whole the monkey god, the way it is characterized, sometimes you really feel so funny, and it looks more like a joker than like a hero character, the Hanuman, like everybody wants to say. So I watched all this, put all that together, and I thought, how can we create something for him where he will showcase all these things perfectly? And then I thought Ramayana was a good choice. Though, of course, not that pathos and all the time crying portions are there. But I said, let's remove that. Let's go character to character, taking the story forward. Okay. So we carry the story. We take the character that actually made an impact in his life. So every time there's a turning point, so birth is one thing. Then he marries, that's the second thing. So Sita coming in. So little bit of Shingara there. And then after that, how the moment he's going to be coronated, how Mantara comes and changes the whole thing, and between her and Kaikai, that whole conversation. And then even there, that it was in that conversation that we figured out a technique that he should not move so much, and only through Manthara is the entire story of Kaikai coming out, what she's doing, etc. Similarly, when Dashratha enters, he doesn't see Kaikai is there, but we don't show Kaikai sitting angry there or anything. He just looks at the bangle fallen on the floor and he knows she's angry, she's thrown it like this. So every character, the main character, whoever we decide to show, they will show the reaction through the other character. The story is flowing. So there's no much visual movement of the audience. The audience looking at one person, then again has to look here, again has to come back, again has to look here, again. Instead of cutting that visual, and keeping the concentration on the main character, you're with the flow of the story and with the character's shift in his expressions. So you're right there. You're not moving, I thought that concentration was essential for us. He worked on the technique very beautifully, that I'll show it like this. Then from there we go to Dashratha. Dashratha, again the turning point where he tells his son, go away. Then son leaving, and then the people he's meeting one after the other, and what's happening in his life. Every character has brought a little bit of a turn in his life till he reaches Ravana. So we characterized all of them. And as I said, he's a master at, bringing that character to life with just whatever is possible, without using some, modern technique, and without, almost all 9-10 years, we've used very simple lighting. Nothing that was, like some great earth-shattering thing. It was very, some audience, some programs, we didn't even have proper lighting. We would just have a normal stage and a normal few lights, and in that he would do it. So the whole concentration was on dance and the way he danced, not on anything else that was in. Of course, the music. I mean, the music and dance are like this in this production, so together.
He was just talking about it,
Yeah, and Srivatsa, we took a few liberties. Like, for example, we don't start with Entanine Varnintune Shabri Bhagim. We start with Kanulara Sevinchi. So we because he enters as Shabri looking around for Rama. So she says Kanulara Sevinchi, Sakkani Falamulu Nosagi, then starts taking the fruits for him to come. So the entire thing was created in a manner that will only enhance that character and take it forward. All the other frills, we sort of cut them off.
Right.
Only that. So I believe that, my mother always said, if you're making a dish, and you use the best ingredients in the appropriate proportion, you can't fail. the percentage of failure will be rather less, because anyway
Right.
the things have gone into it. It can't
Right.
be bad taste at all. So that was my philosophy in this. And
Oh no. I think we've had a technical glitch again.
Yeah, like she said, we don't use lot of like too much of lights and smoke. All those
Yeah.
things I don't use at all.
At all. Okay.
Especially I don't like smoke. While for these kind of
Yeah. I was
performances.
just going to ask you.
Yeah, we don't use this. I don't use the smoke. And now slowly, my Naveen MG is my light designer. He kind of
Okay.
brings. It's not a smoke or something. It's called haze.
Haze. Yeah.
Haze, yeah. With my very slowly, he'll come and ask, "Sir, can I use haze this time?" I said, "What?" I said, "No." And finally, one program he used, and everybody liked that. This thing while I'm doing, especially Jatayu, I'm doing. He used the special lights and haze one program. Then from then onwards, I'm using a little bit of haze. Otherwise, I don't like the smoke for my performances.
You're not. Okay. You're not
Yeah,
a
I
fan.
don't
Okay.
like. And like she was telling, not we don't actually we don't bother any organizer to get too many lights like what we use in Bangalore, especially when you are in your own town, you can use many lights. You can get the lights. When I'm traveling, I can't ask the organizer to provide all kinds of lights, and it's quite expensive and it's very difficult to
Correct.
put up the show itself. And we can't. I don't demand the organizer to get me 100,000 lights and sound and all those things. With
Yeah. Of
minimum
course.
whatever they have, they can afford. I'm happy to perform and come. For me, the performance is important to bring
No,
out
absolutely.
the bhava in the dance. These are all like,
Right.
yeah, we need technical part we need, but not too much.
No, absolutely. I just had one last question to ask Ushaji, but for some reason yeah, there she is. Okay.
sorry,
No
it's been a bad
problem.
day for
Ushaji, I
me.
just have one question to ask you before we wrap this conversation, which is really for me to understand. I'm sure a lot of people who might be watching, who are watching and will watch it later would like to understand. So I'm just curious a little bit about your role as conceptualized. Are you also involved in some sense in the choreography, or because it's crucial that the person who conceptualizes it, you have to make sure that your vision has been sort of realized through the choreographer's actual execution of it. So I just want to understand your involvement, just for us to understand also what is the role of somebody who conceptualizes work.
So actually, because I've learned dance, it is easy for me to visualize it. Okay? So I visualize how it should look final, how it has to look. Whether
Okay.
it's Satya or any other dancers who work with me, when I brief them itself, I do it in such a way that in front of
Yes.
they have the picture. So they know what the end result is supposed to look like. Yes, step by step, I don't have to interfere. They're all adept and very, very well trained dancers.
Yeah.
Everything with them. They will take it forward. Yes, we do keep watching. I do keep watching rehearsals, not like many other curators or whatever they call themselves. They don't see rehearsals. Whereas I walk through the path with them, all the time I'm watching. So that anywhere I find that something is not going the way it should have, then I tell them that maybe we look at it like this. And then we do it very congenially. In fact, there's a lot of the relationships have grown over the past so many years.
Right.
And then they trust my judgment. That is something I'm very grateful to them for, because they really trust my judgment. What will not look good on stage is something that I can tell very well. And there it's really unscrupulously, I'll cut it. There's no way that you will take something up to the stage which I think is not going well for you. It's not about, because I'm not going to, I'm only going to stand.
In my case, while she narrate the story itself, I start choreographing there. My half the choreography is done while listening. What she has in the mind, she keeps telling me narrations. So my choreography is done. I'm a
Begins
very
there.
good
Yeah.
listener. I love to hear the story from uh, Usha's side. She gives me very every word to word meaning when she gives me the whatever, whether it's Kriti or Devanama or Bhajan, whatever. And she's very good at language, especially Hindi and Telugu and Tamil and all. For me, it's very
Of
easy to
course.
choreograph. Word by word, she gives me meaning, and I'm done with my choreography. Okay.
See, when you
Yeah.
take a line, there are certain punch words, as like you have trigger points or you have punch points, like they make
Correct.
music. But
Correct.
in dance, what happens, we show the whole meaning of the line. But
Right.
there are certain words which actually are the words which will click with the audience, and you have to lay the stress there. So if you tell the dancer to choreograph, they'll choreograph the whole thing, but they wouldn't know where to bring those trigger points towards the wow moments. Okay, so everything is connected. The way you trigger your expressions to certain parts of it, so that that gets highlighted more than the rest of it, and that then creates that moment of surprise and wonder and wow for the dancer. For me, it's all about the dancer. It's not about anything else. They, when they go on stage, have to be presented like the most precious porcelain that you can ever get in the world. You really
That's
put,
fantastic.
put that up there, and then everything, whether it's the color or the costume or the look or the makeup or the dance or the even sometimes, like even 2-3 days ago, I called him. I said, maybe in the beginning you want to relook at it and change something. Maybe there you want to do something like this. Don't go towards too much to the left. All the dancers who work
Wow.
with me, they know that I say never show your other character in the side. The other character is the audience. You look there and show it. Every time, why do you look at the side in one corner when Krishna is standing or when Radha is standing? You always tend to show them in the sides. I said, cut the side and just go there. Go for the jugular. Get the audience into you. Look at them. And when the
Right.
Krishna looks at the audience and says, "You are my Radha," how can I, sitting in the audience, not feel like Radha?
Yeah.
So you already
Right.
connected them there. So these small techniques which you do on the stage actually enhances the artist's program. And
Yeah.
Katha is a blessing, actually, I should say, because it just worked so beautifully out. And like he says, this beautiful shloka on Hanuman. No, wherever you say, take the name of Rama, Hanuman will be present there. Yatra, yatra. So I always feel that when he's performing, there is something else there, because I've sat in the side wings all through, and watched. I never sit in front. Always sit at the side because I might be announcing or something. And I just see the whole thing. There is some crackling thing going on the stage. It's so different, the atmosphere. So I can feel that divine presence there and the way it goes. Otherwise, it's not easy. Tell me, can you just be an old lady and within 5 seconds become Rama again? It's not so easy. You have to
Inhabiting
the
a
whole,
character, right? Yeah.
yeah, you have to shed the whole thing and then become that character. It's not so easy. So you are Dashratha, fully, worn down with the sadness of your son to go, and then within 15 seconds, you're Rama and you're walking with a smile. I mean, that quickness and the manner in which he, juxtaposes all of
Shifts.
them and shifts from one to the other. The shift is so soft and so smooth. You won't even feel that, acha, abhi wo Ram ban gaya. No. It's just so naturally flowing, like Manthara and Kaikeyi, how quickly that shift happens from there to there. Very,
Yeah.
very beautifully
Seamless. Yeah.
etched.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well etched,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Usha
one
ji,
can
yeah.
no need of building up so much. I just think that audiences in Chennai should take a
Yeah,
look.
that's what I was going to say. That firstly, I just want to say that uh, thank you for this very really detailed decoding of the work, because it really helps a lot of people access the work just better. That's number one. And I also think that it's fantastic for solo artists to have amazing collaborators like you who are invested in the work and who've been journeying with the work for over a decade now. He said he
Yes.
started this work 10 years ago, and for you to be invested in it with in such great detail is just such a privilege to have in the world that we live in. So
we tested the waters with many things, you know. I mean, he worked with me from almost 2011, I think. We started with Bhadrachal Ramdas, and then we did a lot of themes. He's done Tyagaraja, Dikshitar, the whole list he's done with me. But
yeah,
having seen all that, we understood, we tested our waters, we knew exactly what is our depth, how much can we go, how much can we
yeah,
take. I mean, he is like a sponge, so he'll keep taking it. So it was easier for me. Even with all the young dancers I work with, you know, they're all of
correct.
them so ready and waiting, you know.
Yeah,
We
no,
need people
absolutely.
like me to think about the wellness of the dancer.
No, that's
They
great,
want
Usha
us
ji.
to
Yeah,
withdraw from the thing. It's
yeah,
his, now it is
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
baby, you know, he has
yeah,
to deliver.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely. But it's always nice to have a third eye that's also like invested in the work.
yeah.
So thank you for joining in as a surprise element and giving us such nuanced insights into this work. Thank you, Satyaji, and wishing you the very
Thank
best for
you.
Rama Katha.
Thank you, Akila,
We,
for
yeah,
this. Yeah. And
All the
through this
best.
medium, I'm inviting all the Chennai friends and Rasikas to come and watch Rama Katha and enjoy. And I thank Krishna Gana Sabha for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And there are so many gurus, there well wishers in Chennai. They're all blessed me and with their
I
blessings.
have
Yeah.
to tell all the audience and the young dancers, don't forget to carry a small sachet of tissue paper, because it's going to make you cry, okay? And it's so moving that, I mean, in Hyderabad recently, I saw the entire first 4 rows of women sitting there and literally sobbing when Dashratha was crying. So I could just get it, you know, it's very heart-wrenching, and you'll enjoy every moment of it. There's a lot of fun also in it, and
yeah.
a lot
Thank you
of
so much.
Thank you,
thanks.
Fantastic
Akila.
conversation.
Bye.
Thank you
See you
so much,
soon
and
in
good night.
2 days. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Take care.
See you
Bye.
soon.
Thank you,
Bye.
Usha. Thank you, Usha. Bye. Bye.
Bye.